All right, it is an exciting day today here in Spicer. We are going to be checking out the Minnesota Zoo Zoomobile. Alex is joining us. It's going to be a great day. There's a lot of kids inside. Parents, tell us what we're going to see.
Today is going to be exciting. We have a nice variety of animals, including birds, mammals, reptiles, and invertebrates. So they don't know yet, but they're going to be seeing a great horned owl, an armadillo, a tarantula. So we just have to bring the fun, kind of creepy, crawly things to dispel myths about these animals, because that's mostly our job, is to help kids and adults, everyone, get up close to these animals and then realize, hey, you know what? They all have a job in nature, and some of them aren't so creepy, crawly after all.
And that's what the Zoomobile is all about. It's about education, it's about outreach, it's about having fun, and the creepy crawly critters.
Yeah, absolutely. And we travel throughout all the state and primarily through schools, but we do a lot of library systems in the summertime.
And people actually have the opportunity through the website to book the Zoomobile if they want to. Tell a little bit of information, give us some of the info on that.
Sure, absolutely. You can book a program for the Zoomobile all year long. We can come out and, like I said, we'll travel. We've even done overnights outstate for those, and we have a variety of topics depending on if we're working with one school group, like one classroom, or a large group like today. So we can do topics on all things connected, such as today, and talking about everybody's job in nature, or there's ones on like skulls or tropical rainforests, or focusing on more Minnesota animals with cool adaptations for colder climates.
That's exciting. And, it's really a great time for the family, or, depending on who you're with, brothers, sisters, to get out to the zoo. Give us a little info on the zoo itself, where it's at, and the website and all the good stuff, because we want people to get there too, because that's really, really exciting too.
Yep, so we are at the Apple Valley Zoo down in Apple Valley. Our address is 13,000 Zoo Boulevard. And our website you can always get directions to, and ours is mnzoo.org, O-R-G. And we're open every day. We're only closed 2 days a year. So open all season long, even in the winter time. And so come on down, check us out. Right now this summer we have our new dinosaur exhibit, which is a lot of fun. Real big animatronic dinosaurs that make sound. Some of them spit water at the guests, so it's very interactive and fun.
Yeah, it's always a good time when you're heading down to the zoo. I'm excited though. It's time to see the creepy crawly critters right here in Spicer.
Hi, I'm Renee Nolting from United Way, and I'm here to thank everyone who came out today and golfed in the United Way Bremer Golf Classic. Thanks to all the golfers and the sponsors, we have raised over $20,000 for United Way programming, and especially the Imagination Library, which is getting books in the hands of over 2,100 children in our region. Thank you to everyone who came out today, and what a great day for golf. Thank you.
Central Industries, and they are celebrating a big victory. Charlie, I understand you guys are celebrating your 50th and your 40th. Tell people a little bit about that.
Well, it's 50 years of finding work and jobs for adults with disabilities here in Wilmer and 18 years in Hutchinson. And it is 40 years of coordinating and cooking the Meals on Wheels program for the Wilmer area. We started that on Flag Day, June 14th, 1972. And we are just with a partnership with 13 area churches and some service clubs and businesses. We're still going strong after 40 years, and in fact, we're up to 11 or 12 routes some days, depending on how many people we have.
Well, we're going to talk to Warren in just a second, who runs the kitchen, but I understand that West Central Industries has a theme this year for the celebration. Can you tell people what the theme is and why there are doors in your front yard?
Opening doors and building better lives. That's what we do, both with work and with the Meals on Wheels program, which is, like you say, that's really Warren's deal. But for 50 years, we've been finding work and jobs for people that, for one reason or another, had a hard time doing that on their own. And people who maybe their lives haven't always been as valued as they should have been, but now we have helped them build better lives, and we've helped them become more independent and more involved in the community and in the production that we do for companies like 3M and Genio and many others.
Well, fantastic. Warren, we just heard from Charlie about the 50th anniversary of West Central Industries, but I understand that Meals on Wheels is also celebrating a big one. What year is it?
It's 40 years that we've been celebrating, and like Charlie said, it started on Flag Day, so we're having our open house on Flag Day today. So, yes.
And how many meals do you guys serve, and what happens when it's 4th of July or we have a blizzard? Do people still get meals, and why is this program important to the community?
Yeah, we serve 6 days a week. Most Meals on Wheels program only go 5 days, but we also do Saturday. And if they need a meal on Sunday, we either send them a sack lunch or a frozen meal. So they are available 7 days a week. And we also have one person right now that's getting them for lunch and a frozen meal for supper. We do take a couple days off during the year. We 4th of July and Christmas, Thanksgiving, and then this upcoming Wilmer Fest. Just because the traffic's so bad, we don't want our volunteers out there trying to get through the parade and stuff. So if we do that, then we send out a frozen meal the day before, so they are still covered.
And why would someone need a Meals on Wheels? I mean, I understand that people get elderly and they can't cook for themselves, or they don't want to cook for themselves, or what are the main reasons that people get Meals on Wheels?
Several different reasons. Some of them just like to get a balanced, nutritious meal once a day provided for them. We have all kinds of clients. We have people that live in their own homes, live there a long time, and because their ability to cook, and sometimes it's just not fun cooking for two, so they get meals, or if it's just one there, you don't want to cook for yourself, so they get the meal, plus we have our volunteers that get to give them a safety check, make sure they're doing okay each day, and then, yeah.
And there are lots of volunteers. We want to encourage everybody out there to think about volunteering. It's just an hour, right, to deliver meals?
Yeah, usually we try to keep the routes down to 8 to 10 people drops each day, and then usually you can do it in an hour. We have some businesses that are doing it on their lunch hour, so we like to get them in and out so they can get back to work.
And it's fun. You get to meet people.
Well, yes, and I'd like to add to what Warren said. Nowadays, people are living longer, people are staying in their homes longer, and families are spread out. So we have to take care of our neighbors because our relatives might be 2 or 3 towns away. So that's really what makes it work. And people that live alone just plain don't cook for themselves in a nutritious way, and then they get malnutrition, and then their health goes downhill, and people think that there's more going on, but really the underlying issue is poor nutrition.
Yeah.
And plus, as you said, it's a daily safety check. Are you okay? Are you awake? Are you alert? It's just a wonderful way to do something important for your fellow man. In my opinion, it defines unconditional love.
Definitely love delivered, Meals on Wheels. We want to encourage everybody to give an hour to Meals on Wheels, to deliver meals to people who need a hot meal and a safety check and a friendly face. We want to encourage everybody to check out West Central Industries for their 50th, their Opening Doors program, and their art out in the boulevard. We want to encourage everybody to consider giving back to their community and being a part of this very active community.
And I also want people to know that besides the work we do here or at the recycling center, we also have employees working at over 100 businesses throughout the Willmar area. And we couldn't make this work for people without all the support of all the small businesses stretched up and down First Street and up and down Litchfield Avenue that are providing entry-level work for the folks that come to us for some help. And that's one of the neat things that the Meals on Wheels kitchen does, is it trains about 7 people how to work at a commercial kitchen on an ongoing basis. So it's all about doing good for your fellow man and opening doors and building better lives.
Excellent. I couldn't have said it better myself. Thank you, Charlie Oakes. Thank you, Warren Sundstrom. Thank you, West Central Industries. You're watching the Do You Know Show, and we're moving on.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Hawk Creek Animal Shelter. I'm Bobby Bauman, Director of Operations, and I just want to tell you a little bit about our July promotion. For the month of July, all our adult dogs, 8 months and over, will be $100 plus tax. That adoption fee includes the animal that has been spayed or neutered, vaccinated, dewormed, checked for heartworm, and microchipped. So come on out and take a look and see if you can take home your next best friend.
Good afternoon. This is Susan Matson at Stacy's Nursery for Do You Know? And we're going to be talking to Angela Flattable about hydrangeas, and then we'll look a little bit at some of the roses that are blooming right now, and we'll finish up with some of the pests that we've had some questions about. So I'm going to turn this over to Angela right now, and she will introduce us to some of the varieties of hydrangeas here at Stacy's.
Hello, everybody. I know last time you guys were out, we talked a lot about the shrub roses and what being one of my favorite plants, and it blooms so much in Wilmer as you're driving around the community now towards the end of June. The next thing that blooms so much, and one of the shrubs I love the most, is hydrangeas. And I think people are really uneducated about them because they're so used to just the traditional, right under me here, Annabelle hydrangea, which grows wonderfully in the shade, which is why it's one of my favorite, because it will grow in virtually no sun, underneath a deck, by a patio, wherever. It will grow really well. A great place to look at those is on driving down Wilmer Avenue along Bremer Bank. There's a whole slew of them, and they just bloom beautifully. So that's the traditional one that people know about. And then, of course, the PGs, which I don't actually carry anymore because there's so many new fun ones I want to show you. One of the really neat ones is right here called Little Lamb. And the reason I love this one so much is it's a dwarf hydrangea. So it only gets 3 foot tall, and it starts out really nice and white and then fades to a pink. And that will bloom in sun or partial shade. So it's a really versatile shrub. And again, that 3 foot height is just wonderful because a lot of shrubs get so tall right now, it's hard to keep them manageable around your home. Some of the other ones that are really nice is this tickled pink, which is more of a pink variety. Gets really nice and full. This one isn't as full as normal, but gets really nice and full, and it is pink all the time. Doesn't bloom as much as some of the other varieties, but you do get a different color than the white. This one back here is called tickled pink, which is also kind of a fun variety because it starts out white and then fades to speckles of pink during the summer and into the fall. And then in the fall, the leaves turn yellow, so that's also a really nice variety. The other one I really like is Limelight, which I think is over here, which is lime green all the time. So it starts blooming about July 4th, and it has a wonderful lime green flower head, and it's cone-shaped, so your flower head is large, and it's a great cut flower. We use them in a lot of wedding arrangements. Now that we have the floral shop, it does really well in the arrangements. A place to kind of check this out would be at the law firm on First Street, Schmidt, Thompson, Johnson, Moody law firm. We have them planted there, and they just do wonderfully. Everybody comes in and just says, I want that plant. That also comes in a tree form. Yes, the trees, which are kind of all behind me here. So there's a pink, or a limelight tree, which you can see is a tree standard shape, and it just has this nice topiary type look. You can keep it pruned, or you can let it get 8 feet wide if you want. Most people keep it at that 5 to 6 foot height. And it blooms, again, right now, about beginning of July, mid-June, all the way through the fall. And you can leave the flower heads on into fall for fall and winter appearance, which is really nice. And the tree comes in the pink diamond or the limelight, which is just really nice because you get the pink or the lime. And then this one right here is called Quickfire, which is a little more open flower form. So you get all these kind of star-shaped flowers, and then the centers don't open till later on. So it kind of adds texture in the garden, which is really nice. So that's just kind of some of the new hydrangeas that are out. I don't know if you have anything to add.
Well, what I was going to add and ask you a little bit about is I just got back from a trip to South Carolina where I saw hydrangeas that were in other colors. They were lavender, they were bright blue, and some were purple and hot pink colors. And tell us a little bit about why we don't see those in Minnesota.
Well, we did see them for about 3 years. About 3 years ago, we tried them. Called the variety that was very popular was called Endless Summer, and it was going to be blue, pink if you didn't add enough chemicals in the soil. We need a lot of sulfur and soil amenities to make it blue or pink in our area, and it just did not work. People who added the ammonium sulfate and the sulfurs, who religiously added them every couple weeks, still would never get that blue color. And it just isn't going to work in our zone. Now you will get a pink, you can get the pink, but it's going to be a light pink. It's never going to be that bright, hot pink. And it's just, we need to learn what grows in our areas and just take advantage of the things we have and, just travel and see those fun things. Don't think we can grow them here because they just don't work. We try and try and try. But, the new one, this pink one is going to be hardy and that does well. But some of these other varieties that are that lime green or that pink diamond is just a beautiful pink in the fall. I think I would stick more to the varieties that work than some of those ones that just don't.
Well, I know that we've had quite a few questions at the Master Gardener information line about some of the local pests that have come out in our gardens. And I don't know if this is because we have an early spring. Was it possible that we have more insects around? Or are they just a different insect that is attacking plants right now?
One of the most common insects that we are seeing here at the nursery and people bringing in is slugs, which is a common insect that we always see here in Minnesota. I don't know if it's more popular this year or not, but they are attacking hostas. Is one of the biggest things they attack. And you'll notice them when you have little holes in your hostas. A lot of people kept calling and thinking it was hail. And it was actually slugs. And they come out at night, so you don't see them during the day when you're out in your garden. We have slug bait here at the nursery. You just sprinkle around the plants. That kind of smells and makes them go away. It's not poisonous for pets or kids or anything. Some people put bowls of beer around their hostas. I think it's a waste of good beer, but some people, that's fine. And the slugs will actually crawl in the beer and then they'll just drown themselves to death. So a couple things you can do for them. We're seeing some new pests on potatoes. I had a couple calls this morning about pests on potato plants. And, just using any sort of all-purpose insecticide. It seems like the leaf hoppers are kind of bad this year. And there's a lot of insecticides out there that are organic if you choose that will work really well on your plants. I don't know if we're seeing any other problems that you can think of. Are you, Susan?
I haven't heard of any right now, but I'm sure something will come up between now and the end of August. Oh, yes. But just want to thank Angela for being with us on Do You Know? And join the Master Gardeners at the Becker Market on Thursday afternoons, late afternoon. We have a information table there where someone will be there to answer your questions, look at your problems, your plant problems. And also, you can call the information line at KWLM on Saturday morning at 9 o'clock. Thank you very much for being part of Do You Know?